maybe. Alright, let's start fighting. Flesh Burrower, 1 and a red, 2/2, death touch. When it attacks, another target creature you control gains death touch this turn. Until end of the turn. Pretty good, like 2/2 death touch, why not? Other things can attack, maybe survival, very hard to double block. Good in Gruul is gonna be interesting, like you have menace death touchers, you have the first strike death touchers, it's gonna be a little bit hard. I like this card quite a lot. I'm on a C+ for this one.
Yeah, C+
You're
as well.
wrong.
Great defensive body. What?
What do you say?
C+ as well. I like it as it's a really great defensive tool.
Okay. Did you say that just to not fight me?
Horrid Vigor. Horrid Vigor is 1 and a green for an instant. Target creature gains death touch and indestructible until end of turn. I don't care about this. Yeah, I don't care about this at all. Sure, you win combat. And it's a conditional effect. No additional power or whatever.
Saves your creature?
I guess you do save your creature versus removal spell. I'm still on a D+ for this one.
D+, sure. Maybe D. Let's start with a D+. It's not very good. But it's okay. Why not? There are some creatures that you want to save. Multicolored uncommons. Multicolored uncommons, they're really, really nice to save in green. Some of them, I think. I guess it's not that many. It's mostly Simic. It's Simic. Simic, you want to save things. Manifest Dread for 1 and a green. You manifest Dread. Alright. That's sorcery. Well, it's fine. It puts a sorcery in the graveyard. And another card. Okay for Delirium. Good for Manifest Dread decks. It's fine. That's fucking creative, man. Okay, I didn't see. I saw this card a couple of times, but I didn't see the name. And okay, I'm gonna C for this one. It's good for Delirium. It is good for Manifest Dread decks, being Simic probably. Yeah, C. Why not? It's a bear, but it can get you things.
I'm gonna C+. I think these Manifest Dreads play out pretty well. And to get it for so cheap, right? To help you have some selection over your graveyard this early, this quickly, this easily. I like it. C+.
Okay. It is just a bear, right?
Monstrous. I mean, it's a bear, but then you untap on turn 3 and you attack. Can your opponent feel safe blocking it?
It is weird. It's gonna be dreadful. It's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be scary to block these creatures. All right.
I mean, you're in Simic, right? You pass a turn with 4 mana. Can your opponent attack into it with like a 3/3?
And then you can pay 4 to draw 2
cards if they don't. Yeah.
And they didn't attack. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I think it plays really well. I think Manifest Dread is powerful.
Yeah. Skill check.
Monstrous Emergence. Monstrous Emergence, 1 and a green for a sorcery. As an additional cost to cast a spell, choose a creature you control or reveal a creature card from your hand. Monstrous Emergence deals damage equal to the power of the creature you choose or the card you revealed to target creature. I really like the direction of this in terms of being able to give green tools that don't necessarily have to just like stack up power or like make the board swing in a huge way in order to like make these effects quote unquote good. This is fantastic because this is kind of what green needs. I like this card a lot. For me, this is a B-.
Oh, I'm on a C+. I like it. It's a better bite spell. Most of the time you still target your thing, but it's real nice when you feel like they could have a removal spell and you have a creature in your hand. It helps quite a lot. And you can have a big.
I think it's everything that you can. I think it's everything that you can curve out on this on turn 2 to kill your opponent's 2-drop. Like everything.
Oh, that is huge. That is actually huge. Oh,
that's
that
huge.
is.
Yeah, that's way better.
Oh, that's fucking huge. But these Manifest Dread cards work much worse with Manifest Dread cards. I mean, it's so weird. And then there's so many sorceries here in green. Say its name. For 1 and a green, it's a sorcery. You mill 3 cards. Then you may return any creature or land card from your graveyard to your hand. Any, remember, it's not just the milled cards that we had in last 2 sets, so for the last like 5-6 months. Exile this card and 2 other cards named Say Its Name from your graveyard. Search your graveyard, hand, and or library for a card named Altanak, the Thrice Called, and put it onto the battlefield. If you search your library this way, shuffle. 8/8 only a sorcery. The Altanak is huge creature. It is like a 9/9 or something. Trample.
Critically, it's an uncommon.
It's an uncommon, yes.
Yeah, it's not a rare like a lot of these cards are.
Yeah. It's huge. There are less commons per pack. But there are less commons in total, so you see the same common the same amount? Is that correct? As before play boosters?
That's about right, yeah. Yep.
Huh. I mean, military cards is pretty good with Delirium. And you get literally any creature or land card back, so it always hits. How many times can you get 3 of these? Because it's also graveyard, right? You search your library yeah, you can search your graveyard. So even if you get, even if it's, you already played it, you can still replay it. Or if it's in your hand, you don't have enough mana. I think this is a fine card. This is really good for Delirium. But also I think Delirium really wants you to be aggressive. So this doesn't really work that well there. I think it's a D+.
Black-green doesn't really care about aggression.
Sorry, what?
Black-green, like graveyard synergies don't really care that much about aggression, and they have Delirium cards among them.
But mostly it's red-green, I think, Delirium. I'm on a D+.
You're on a D+?
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah. This is so. I think it's worth noting, right? The difference between making an additional piece of cardboard on the field separates this worlds from its predecessors, right?
Yep.
Cash Grab and Malevolent Rumble were both like B level cards. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, Cash Grab B-. And
Yeah.
B- for the, for the, what's the name?
The Rumble, yeah. But
Rumble, yeah.
Malevolent Rumble, yeah. But not having an additional cardboard on the battlefield piece to work with is a huge difference. Makes a massive difference. This card is mediocre on its own, right? It's just not exactly a good effect. And then I think it's worth to remember that because we've lost the onboard resources here.
So what if you play this and then you mill 2 Say Its Names and then you make a turn to 9/9?
I would say your chances of winning that game are pretty high, Lola. What do you think?
They are high. They are high, Scotty. They're very high.
You think so?
Yes.
Well, explain it to me.
Because
I don't really understand.
Okay. Because you usually have smaller creatures on turn 2.
Are you saying a 9/9 is bigger than a normal bear?
It's bigger than most things, I would say, on turn 2. Write that down, everybody.
Excellent analysis.
Write that down.
Pat yourself on the back.
You can pet me.
Wary Watchdog. 1 and a green for a 3/1 dog. When Wary Watchdog enters or dies, surveil 1. This is fine. Surveilling is actually nice attached to both of these effects. This is a functional reprint of Wary Thespian. It even has a call out in the name. But I think this will play out better in this set. And I like this. I think this is a C+. C+ 2-drop.
Yeah.
Good 2-drop.
Didn't we have something like this that surveils 2 times when it enters and dies? Feels like we had this card somewhere.
That's what I just said.
Oh, fuck, man. I'm really sorry. You said a functional reprint. Okay. Oh, I'm an idiot. Sorry.
Wary Thespian from New Capenna.
Oh, that was such a long time ago. Oh, that's not so long ago. That was good there, right?
It was pretty good.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm really sorry.
Oh, was it Mom? Sorry, Mom.
I'm trying to calculate something. Okay, that's pretty That is a good card. This is a good card. Did you give it a C plus?
C+.
Yeah, I'm also on a C plus. I like this a lot. You read the next one. I gotta do some calculation.
Calculation. Okay. Wary Thespian. no, sorry. Cryptid Inspector, 2 and a green for a 2/3 elf warrior with vigilance. Whenever a face-down permanent you control enters, and whenever a Cryptid Inspector or another permanent you control is turned face up, put a +1/+1 counter on Cryptid Inspector. So the difference here between a 2/3 for 3 mana and a 3/4 for 3 mana is massive. Massive. So Manifest Dread is... I think you can get a fair amount of manifesting. And the thing is, once you manifest a creature once, you can actually get this to 4/5 just off of manifesting one creature.
Kind of hard, but yeah.
Wild. Yeah, which is pretty wild. I think this is quite good. The vigilance on a large creature is quite good as well. It looks like a totally fillery card, and I think it sort of is, but I think these are the cards that you will actively want to seek out when you are manifesting, specifically because so much of the manifesting comes in the form of instant sorceries. You do need to pick up, and you do need to prioritize creatures, and I think this is a pretty good one in comparison to its peers to do. I'm gonna give this a C+.
Huh. I mean, you really need to manifest. And without it, it's pretty small.
It's bad. It's
Yeah,
bad
it's pretty
without
bad.
manifesting.
I think I'm not that high on this one. I think I'm on a C minus. I think it's not gonna be hard to get these cards. C minus. But I can see it being lower than that. I can actually see it just being a D plus. Let's go D plus, and then sure, I can see that sometimes it's gonna be better than that. But I really like this effect. Go continue reading.
Frantic Strength. 2 and a green for enchantment aura, has flash, enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has trample. I don't really like these effects so much. I don't really care that it helps enable delirium because it's an enchantment. This is not really how I want to be doing it. This is going to be a card that will absolutely wreck you and will absolutely wreck face when people are unfamiliar with the format. It's nice that it has trample, sure, it's a nice extra bonus, but I think this being clunky as it is not... Well, you do enable area instant speed, I guess, but I don't know how much green actually cares about that. I'm gonna give this a D.
Okay, Scotty. Before this. Okay, this D, I don't like it at all. Trample is kind of nice. D is okay. Too much, too big.
Oh, yep.
Too big of a danger of a blowout. Thank you for the sub, Bouchy Boss. Oh, no. I'm blind. Yamoki, thank you very much for the prime. Scotty, I have calculations. So,
Calculations about...
you have four of these. You have 4 of these, alright?
Okay.
The chance... You're on the draw. You are on the draw. The chance of drawing exactly one of these is 44% by turn 2, and then a chance of milling 2 or more of these is 1.8%. If I'm yeah, it's 1.8%, which makes the possibility, if you have 4 of these and you're on the draw, of playing your 9/9 on turn 2, it makes it almost 1%, 0.8%. So
Wow.
what do you think about that? That's pretty strong.
So you're saying it happens or it doesn't happen?
What I'm saying is that we are gonna see screenshots of this happening. Like in those decks, it's gonna happen once every 120 games, which is kind of cool. Huh?
Yeah, we're probably gonna see like 3 screenshots in the first week.
Yeah, and I'm all here for that. Very important. This is important math, guys. Anything more to discuss about it, Scotty, or do we go to the next one?
Grasping Longneck, 2 and a green for a 3 mana 4/2. Has reach, and when Grasping Longneck dies, you gain 2 life. I don't think I really care about this. This seems fine as a speed bump. The gaining 2 life when your goal is to reach the late game is not bad. The fact that it can also just reach and trade up is fine, but nothing special. But if this is a speed bump in my deck, I'm kind of okay with that. C-.
Blocks anything, and it does give delirium with enchantment and creature type. So C- as well. Spine Seeker Centipede is a common, and it's a 2 and a green, 2/1. When it enters, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. And if you have delirium, this thing is a 3/3 with vigilance. I love this card. This is a great card, I think. It is not. It isn't the what's the name of the outlaw in OTJ?
Green Seeker Outcast? Green Caster Outseeker?
Yeah.
Greener, greener?
Greener. The greener. It's not the greener. The greener outlaw. I think this is really good. Like, okay, this makes it so I'm super happy splashing in green, which I fucking love. I'm gonna give this a B-. But in aggressive decks, maybe it's not that good. Yeah.
I mean, green has a good setup. I actually like the other green splash card as well. I like the green splash room, so I think green has a really good soupy setup.
Because of the multicolor
So-
uncommons.
I mean, whatever. The open bombs, you know, there's always stuff to
Ah,
splash.
that's true.
Play booster era.
So, what do you give it?
I'll go B-. I was like really high C+ at first, but I really do like it a lot. Anthropede, 3 and a green, 4 mana total for a 3/4 with reach. When Anthropede enters, you may discard a card or pay 2. When you do, destroy target room. Unfortunately speaking, most rooms will have gotten their effects, but it's nice to have. It's nice to have. And sometimes it would be just really, really important to have. The fact you can curve out on this by discarding a card if you need to emergency answer a room, or just play this for 6 is fine. It's fine. I think everything about this is totally fine. And a 4/3 reach body in a deck that you're totally okay having like a sort of niche answer for something if you need it, I think is good. I think this is in a totally fine spot. I think for me, this is a D+.
Yeah, D+. It's nice. And sometimes it's important, I think. If you're building a slow green deck, I think you really like a 3/4 reach. If it's slower, right? You do like reach on your 4-drops, and why not? You can discard something or pay to destroy a room. Yeah, probably not that great to destroy some rooms, but some are gonna be really nice to get rid of. Okay, I like this. Cautious Survivor for 3 and a green. It's a 4/4 with survival. At the beginning of, if you trigger survival, you gain 2 life. Okay, this is not bad. It's a 4/4, and if you're attacking with it, like you're gonna be gaining 2 life if it doesn't die. That's pretty hard to raise. I'm okay with this one. In multiples, it's not bad as well. I'm kind of on a C- for this one. This is a nice 4-drop.
Yeah, C- for me as well.
Yeah.
Bashful Beastie, 4 and a green for a 5/4 beast. When Bashful Beastie dies, manifest dread. That's a nice bit of value for a 5-drop. I like this 5-drop. I'm totally fine with if I have a high end, a common base high end, and this is like 2 of these cards. That's pretty good. That's pretty solid value. I'm happy like sending this in, trading off with like 2 or whatever creatures, drawing a card. I think this is a solid C for me.
Yeah, I mean 5/4 is
card.
okay. It does need to die. Like trigger effect on that is kind of E. And it is a 5-drop. I don't know how many you can put in the deck. I'm gonna C-. C- for me is a very nice 5-drop, but I don't think you can take 5-drops super highly. Slavering Branch Snapper for 4 and double green. It's a 7/6 trampler. Okay, this one is not small for its cost. It has forest cycling for 2. So this one isn't small like the other cards are. And there is a 2 Death Toucher that gives something else a Death Touch. So this actually works better than the other 6 drops which I didn't like. Cause it's a 7/6 trample, that's fine. But it's also in a Delirium color, puts a creature in there if you really need that, which is not that important I think. But if you put Death Touch on this, which is not hard, like there is of course the trick, why not? But there is a really nice creature to Death Toucher. So you're dealing like 6 damage. If they block it with one creature, you're dealing 6 damage to their face. I think this one is fine. This is the first one that is not a D for me. So I'm gonna be like on a C- or a D+. I think I'm gonna put it as a C-.
I'm on a solid C for Slavering Branch Snapper.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's big. Big, chunky. Yeah, I'm totally fine filling my top end with this.
Okay.
Play this out, play it out again. Keep on slamming.
And green gets that...
like. Big fan.
Green hits lands well with that common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's in green, so like I think hitting land drops in green is really easy.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. This is I like this card. This is Moldering Gym and Weight Room. So Moldering Gym is 2 and a green. Weight Room is 5 and a green. Moldering Gym is when you unlock this door, search your library for a basic land, put it onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle. Weight Room is when you unlock this card, Manifest Dread, then put 3 +1/+1 counters on that creature. I do like this effect that you're not just getting, like, this is simultaneously ramp, fixing, and somewhat of a late game payoff all in one, right? Because I don't want to be filling my late game oriented ramp deck with a bunch of ramp cards and then draw them in the late game and be sad about it, right? At least you can start manifesting Dread here, right? At least you can Weight Room once you actually get there, a little payoff. It reminds me of a really, really crappy Beanstalk Giant.
Okay.
Like a really crappy Beanstalk Giant. But it serves a similar role. Big thing late, ramp while you're developing and fixing. So I actually do think that this will be a solid role player and a desirable for the ramp decks. C for me.
It's fine. Yeah, for ramp decks, it's fine. I'm still gonna give it a C- because none of the parts is very good. But it's also nice that like you ramp and then you get something to do. Like what you said. That's what you said at first, right? Because it's... Yep. Sometimes, yeah, you're ramping and nothing happens, but here you're getting something. You are getting something. I mean, it's much worse because Beanstalk Giant you get a huge thing. A really huge thing. Here you get like small thing for 6 mana. But yeah, this is fine. I'm on a C-. Usually I hate these effects, but this is fine. And maybe you want to trigger Delirium. I can see green like maybe playing with Delirium a bit here and there. Like because you can splash so easy. This fixes and it's fine, but you have a really good fixer, which is the Centipede. I'm liking this. So, how did we rate green commons compared to other commons?
Let's take a look.
They don't seem busted.
Not busted, but not bad either.
Not bad, yeah.
Comparable. I think they're all comparable except for black.
Did you put in the grades for the last 2 cards?
I believe I did.
For the gym and for the branch snapper?
Yes. Why?
No, I cannot see them. It's because it's published version probably.
Or maybe it's updating.
Yeah, it seems fine. It seems very stable. The green cards seem very stable, not completely broken or anything. They can really tie. They can really go into that splashy soup where you're figuring out what's the best way to play it, what synergies you want in your deck, which is something I love, and green is capable of that. Next up, uncommons. We have Coordinated Clobbering for a green. Tap 1 or 2 target untapped creatures you control. They each deal damage equal... Oh, it's gotta be untapped. Equal to their power to target creature an opponent controls. Oh man, do you like this?
Barf.
I know what the thing is, it's survival, but you have 1 survival common which gives you 2 life. You can cast a creature and do this, yeah. It does. It is kind of nice with survival that you just played out. And we're gonna get, like, green has really nice survival things on uncommon. Very nice ones. I mean, I'm still gonna give it a C. I think it's gonna be great when that thing happens, but a lot of times you're gonna be, I don't want this, I don't wanna tap my creatures. So just a C, because it has a ceiling.
C.
Gnome or Hobbit? A bebe. Bebe.
Insidious Fungus. Green for a 1/2. You can pay 2 and sacrifice Insidious Fungus to choose 1. Destroy target artifact, destroy target enchantment, or draw a card. Then you put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Yeah, I don't mind this. I mean, the last mode is everything, right? That's just a card.
Yeah.
That's just a normal card that you just get on top of this. Nice bit of flexibility.
What do you mean on top of this?
I mean, on top of having the flexibility to destroy your artifact or enchantment in the late game, if you just don't want a cantrip.
Yeah?
You also put a creature in the graveyard, whatever. But yeah, not bad. I think this is, for me, a C.
I don't know, it feels kind of mid. I'm gonna give it a C-. It does kill a lot of things, I guess. Patchwork Beastie. For green? It's not a growth spiral minimum, right? Because you gotta pay 1. It's a growth spiral if you play it on turn 1 and then on turn 2 you use it, I guess. Which is kind of fine, but a lot of times you don't want that. You could just say, I mean, it's okay. C. I'll give it a C from me. I think it's fine. Patchwork Beastie. For green, it's a 3/3 with Delirium that it can attack. Because it can't attack or block. Oh shit, I thought it was defender. Oh no! At the beginning of your upkeep you may mill a card. No! I thought this thing was defender. I thought this was a great card. This cannot attack or block. I thought it could block. I thought it was defender. Reading the card. Huh. I don't know, Scotty. You really gotta care about Delirium for this one. And it's... I don't know.
Your payoff is a 3/3.
That can mill you.
The thing is, once you hit Delirium in these colors, I mean, sure, like Golgari is something else, but I think Golgari really wants to be able to block in the early turns. But let's say, for example, you're red-green. Once you hit Delirium, you don't really care about the additional mills.
Yeah.
It's really slow at milling you too, by the way. This is a slow mill. It's low impact mill.
No. I think it's a D.
I'm on D.
But I can see it being okay in decks that are super good at Delirium.
Cathartic Parting. Cathartic Parting is 1 in a green for a sorcery. The owner of target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls shuffles it into their library. You may shuffle up to 4 target cards from your graveyard into your library. I don't think you have to pick these highly, but if you're really, really freaking going deep, I guess you could have this, right? if you're at the bottom and you somehow need to like recycle your chandelier or something that got killed, I get it. I'm not taking this highly at all. I don't care about the artifact or enchantment tucking. Well, actually, hold on. Tucking enchantment creatures is pretty good, but you still miss a decent amount of cards, even if you factor in tucking in enchantment creatures. I think this is a D.
I kinda want this to be draw a card. So I can do my self-mill decks. Blue-green self-mill. I want this to be draw a card. But it's not that.
Instead of the tucking, right?
Instead of the tucking, yeah.
Okay.
So I can like get 2 maybe and do my thing. D, same, D. Cyber decks? It's good in Cyborg.
Sure.
House Cartographer. For 1 and green, you get a 2/2 that has survival. And survival lets you... you reveal the cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land card. You put that card into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Like if you attack and that's you seek a land. Yeah. Basically you seek a land. That's like when people when people say, oh, it is alchemies cannot be done in paper. I mean, come on, this is basically seek. Like it's different, but it's kind of the same. So yeah, it's very similar. This is really cool. Right, 2-drop that has to be blocked. And if it survives, you're getting lands. Kind of cool to tap this one. Are there any vehicles in the set?
There's a rare green vehicle for 2 or 5/5 that mills lands and stuff.
There's also a rare white vehicle.
Yeah, the UFO.
Well, those are going to be pretty cool with survival. I think this is good. To the point that it's also nice with a trick or a counter. To the point that I am taking this as a C+.
Me too.
Good bear.
Overgrown Zealot. It's a 1. Sorry, oh my gosh, it's a. I just saw the power toughness. I never read the power toughness before on this. 1 green, 2 mana total for an 0/4. Tap to add 1 mana of any color, or you can tap to add 2 mana of any 1 color. Spend this mana only to turn permanents face up. 0/4 is good. 0/4 for this? Dang, that's a nice body. That's good defense. I like blocking. Wow. I can't believe they give us a 4 toughness version of this. I like this card. I like this card a lot. This doesn't not a great top deck, obviously, but it specifically functions very well on turn 2, extremely well on turn 2. So I'm a big fan. I think this is a B-. I think this is a B-.
It's any color, so that's pretty cool. I think I'm on a C+. It is pretty good. Like 0/4 start line here is pretty good. It's very good. Turning things face up, I don't think it's very easy. This is gonna be a high pickup though in my like rampy green decks that splash a lot, so that's gonna be real nice. C+, very nice card. I love this. I think this could have been a common card. Why not? I like this. I mean, if this was a common, then the 3-drop should have been uncommon, so it's fine. Yeah, I like hitting lands and hitting and ramping in my green decks. Very nice. Break down the door for 2 and a green. Choose one. Exile target artifact, or exile target enchantment, or manifest dread. Instant speed. That's not very great. That is not so good. It's cool that you have all these effects and then you can manifest dread. You get instant speed in your graveyard and you get another card in your graveyard, so kinda can be delirium out of nowhere. I think C- for this one. Yeah, they're not that like now that I'm looking at these things, it is gonna be a little bit weird to play high costed enchantment creatures.
And
D+.
you're gonna get got sometimes by these like flexible cards, and it's gonna feel annoying.
I'm on a D+. I don't think this is very good for most decks.
I'll go C-.
Okay.
Just a little bit more optimistic.
Because of targets?
It really depends on the enchantmenting. Yeah, I don't like the manifest dread.
No.
I don't like the different modes.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. Defiant Survivor, 2 and a green, 3 mana for a 3/2. The beginning of your second main phase, if it's tapped, manifest dread. Yeah, this is a payoff. This is a heckin' payoff. So it's not easy to have a 3 mana 3/2 survive combat. It needs additional help. It does need a little bit of additional help, but when you do, the payoff is huge, huge. Some way to serve this through combat, whether that be like most valuable Slayer, the Escort in white, combat tricks, just removal spells on a sparse board.
Blue 1-drop.
And you're getting a lot of value.
Blue 1-drop.
Lots of value. Yeah, the blue 1-drop. Yeah, the cantrip. There's plenty of ways to actually put this through a board, and the payoff is very high. Very high. So I like this card a lot. I'm gonna give this a B-.
Huh. If it doesn't get help, it's kind of shit. But if it does, that's really nice. This is the one maybe where you can you can put stun counters on this, right? That I mean, it's kind of okay.
Yeah, with the frog, yeah.
What a frog is it? You can put, you can you can get a lot of tutus every turn a tutu while it's stunned. Why not? I'm okay with a B- on this one. Same. Fear of Exposure. For 2 and a green, it's an enchantment creature that's a 5/4 trample. That's it. But maybe something else. As an additional cost to cast this spell, tap 2 untapped creatures and or lands you control. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool with survival shit. Okay, so you get a 5 mana 5/4 trample. Or you get a 4 mana 5/4 trample and you tap something you don't care about. Or sometimes you get a 3 mana 5/4 trample. This is a nice role player, and like it's not so bad when you can like double spell with this sometimes, right? You can just like play a 2-drop and play, or 1-drop, probably 2-drop, and play this, and you tap that creature and something else. I like this a lot. I think it's a B-.
Yeah, B- for me as well.
Yeah.
Good card.
Green-white, very nice in green-white.
Under the Skin. 2 and a green for sorcery. Manifest Dread, and you may return a permanent card from your graveyard to your hand.
Mm-hmm.
So notably speaking, this doesn't target. So rules-wise, you can Manifest Dread, bin a permanent, and then get that permanent back from the graveyard.
Yes.
It does work from top to bottom like that.
Yeah.
This is great. This is great. You know, it's a 2/2 that just digs something up. Great value. Fantastic value. You get a lot of manipulation over what you're choosing from. You're probably filling your graveyard in other ways too. Fantastic card. I'm gonna give this a B.
Yeah, it's like any permanent from your graveyard, or from top 2 cards on your library. I'm on a B as well. This is very nice. Compare this to the equipment that Black has. I mean, Blue also has a shitty equipment, like with 2/2 menace or 2/2 life. But this is very nice, very very nice. I gotta just say,
You can
like,
just pop. You can just. I would cast it. I would cast it on turn 3 happily with no graveyard.
yeah, 2/2 like get a land or something probably. But
yeah, totally fine.
there are a lot of these like Manifest Dread cards that work pretty badly with Manifest Dread cards. Threats around every corner. For 3 and a green, it's an enchantment. And when it enters, you Manifest Dread. Whenever a face-down permanent you control enters, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Oh! Green has a lot of this shit. Uncommons, commons? Man, green is pretty good at playing a soupy deck. Fuck yeah. This is really nice. Like, okay, 4 mana 2/2 that ramps is not that good. It isn't that good. But it's Manifest Dread, so it's a little bit better than that. It's an enchantment for Eerie, so that's a little bit better. But it also just like goes on. It goes on and goes on. So I think this is, I don't think we even need a ceiling grade for this one. It's like, it's just gonna be, of course you're aggressive or something, you don't care about this. But if you have some Manifest Dread, let's go. And if you're playing a 4-color pile, yeah. I'm gonna give this a B-.
I'm on B- as well.
Yeah. In some decks, it's just gonna be like in some decks, this is an F. Just to be clear, like in some red-green aggressive deck, it's some of those, it's an F. But B- because it's like really desirable in decks that need it.
Wickerfolk Thresher. 3 green, 4 mana total for a 5/4 artifact creature Scarecrow. Whenever Wickerfolk Thresher attacks, if you have Delirium, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it into the battlefield. If you don't put the card, if you don't put it into the battlefield, put it into your hand. So at minimum, draw a card when it attacks when you have Delirium. And it's a good cost, good stats. 5/4, easy to cast, 4-drop, good types for the set. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this. I also think this one's a B-. Just solid baseline stats, and then when you get Delirium, which I don't think is like that difficult, you just start drawing cards.
Yeah, this is not a
Most likely
surveil
one,
one.
but still.
These draws.
Yeah, it's just draws. It's better than draw.
Yeah. So what do you give it?
B minus.
I'm gonna be minus as well. This is one of the best Delirium payoffs so far. Yeah, this one really cares about Delirium. Wow, this is very nice. Is this a B? I mean, the right deck it is probably. Oh fuck yeah, this is good. Rootwise Survivors. For 3 and double green, it's a haste 3/4 with survival, and if you manage to trigger survival, put 3 +1/+1 counters on up to 1 target land you control. That land becomes a 0/0 elemental creature in addition to its other types. It gains haste until your next turn. It's a 5 mana 3/4. That is a little bit of a problem. It has haste. So... And it doesn't actually make a creature if you don't have 6 lands or more. This one is awkward. This one is like haste means that you're easier at doing this, but it is a bit awkward. That Death Touch Beetle is kind of cool because you can, if they have to double block, both of the things are gonna die. This is a weird art. Doesn't look like any Magic card that I remember. Not the biggest fan. I mean, isn't it better to stun counter on the Manifest Dread card? Because this is losing you lands. How do... I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of this one. I'm gonna give it like... It can be crazy, right? But I'm gonna give it just a D+.
Yeah, me too. I'm actually really low on this.
Yeah.
It's the stats are too bad for me.
It's really bad, yeah.
Well, I'll go C minus. Like the haste I think boots it up to C minus for me. So I think you can find a way to sneak this in, or return to sneak this in, and your opponent won't necessarily see it coming.
You can, yeah. But it's also like making a land into that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of... I mean, I'm looking through this artist, and basically none of his art looks like this card. It's weird. It is a little bit similar, but it's weird. Like this is kind of looks like a Hearthstone card, really. what people in the chat said. It does. Yeah, it's fine. All right. Hey, here it is. Got it.
Altanach, the thrice called, 5 green for a 9/9. Legendary creature, insect beast with trample. Whenever Altanach, the thrice called, becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, draw a card. 1 green, discard Altanach, the thrice called, return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. It's actually impossible to evaluate this card properly without knowing of Say Its Name. So just to reiterate for people who have just joined us, Say Its Name is a 2-drop sorcery in green that if you... So you cast it, you mill 3 cards, and you can exile 3 Say Its Names to bring Altanach straight into the battlefield, which is relevant because that's a common. So this is a real thing that's going to happen to you in Limited. Not necessarily on turn 2, but it's going to happen to you in Limited.
Yeah.
How good is Altanach on its own? 7 mana, 9/9 trample. That's pretty good.
In green.
And when you target it, you draw. That's pretty good. I also think the 2 mana mode, when you're already milling yourself actively, when you're already manifesting dread actively, is totally solid. I think this card is fine. I think this card is totally fine. I'm putting this at a C+.
Yeah, I really like this card. I mean, 7 mana 9 is big. 9 is big, and they can't just kill it without 2/4 on themselves. Green is super good at hitting land drops. It has a really good 3-drop on common. It has really nice commons that ramp. And you can discard this. Like if you're reanimating, you can discard it. Also, it's instant speed. Also, I think it's not gonna be that hard with Terramorphic Expanse and some other cards. Like you're ramping at instant speed as well for 2 mana. It's like sometimes you don't get 7, but even if you have like that Say Its Name, right? Sometimes you can just like play 1 Say Its Name and get this back from your graveyard to your hand and play it. Like that's something that you can do. You don't have to like have 3 in the graveyard. So I'm very happy with this. I'm gonna give it a B minus. This is like actually a 9 drop that I like. Sorry, oh, Jesus Christ. This is a 7 drop that I like, which is not. I'm very, very stingy about 7 drops. Green supports it. I support it. Altanak, Altanak, Altanak. Next up, we have Greenhouse and Rickety Gazebo. Gazebo. For 2 and a red, you get a greenhouse that says lands you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color. Okay. And for 4 mana, when you unlock this door, mill 4 cards, then return up to 2 permanent cards from among them to your hand. So greenhouse is really bad. Greenhouse is really, I mean, yeah, lands, fix for anything, sure, that's sure. 4 mana, mill 4 cards and 2 permanents from among them. It's gotta be among them. It cannot be, it's not any permanents, which kinda sucks. I think everything else is better for your 3, 4, 5 color green soup, which I'm gonna be playing a shit ton, I think, until I figure out how to actually play it. Gonna be a road, but this feels like crap. I'm gonna give it a D.
I give it a D minus.
Yeah, I give it a D minus as well. I mean, it
Pretty bad.
yeah, it doesn't even trigger Delirium that well.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, give it a D minus from me as well. Fuck that. Fuck this shit. Oh, yeah, I'm happy
Last
with
stretch. Last stretch.
Last stretch? You mean rares and
Last
mythics?
stretch.
We're
Yeah. Almost done.
we're like speed running through this shit.
This is like half the time of our normal set review, by the way.
I don't think it's half. That means that our normal set review is 20 hours. It's not.
It is 20 hours.
It is. It has been 20 hours like once, and when there was 3 of us. Ever since there was 2 of us, we've been like always below 15.
I'm pretty sure your review, the one that I wasn't a part of, was 19 hours with 2 people.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. Just before we go on, like, green, what do you think?
Green looks extremely good for soup.
Yeah.
I don't see the tools, concerningly, for red-green Delirium aggro as much,
Yeah.
which concerns me a little. Because I would like to see a little bit better tools for that deck instead of just red hard carrying it.
I mean, it's red hard
But,
carrying
yeah,
it, and then multicolored uncommons are also crazy good.
Sure. Yeah.
Crazy good.
Yeah, it's a good soup. Good soup. It's very obvious on its face that is something you can be doing, and then so that will be like a level 1 deck at the beginning of the format. We'll try to explore it, go for it, and then we'll find out what else and what range green can do after that.
Yeah. Well, it's time for the last stretch. Valgavot's Onslaught. For X and green, manifest dread X times, then put X +1/+1 counters on each of those creatures. So for 3 mana, you get a manifest dread that's a 3/3. That's pretty good. For 5 mana, you get 2 4/4s, but they're also manifest dread, so some of them are gonna be creatures that you can flip. Wait, this is crazy. For 3 mana, it's like, it's fine. 3-drop, nice 3-drop, why not? For 5 mana, it's crazy powerful 2 4-drops. Nuts, completely nuts. It's the best 4-drop that we've seen, I think. Except maybe the white mythic. Yeah, okay, this is gonna be a bomb, man. For 7 mana, you're getting what? 3 5/5s? And it keeps going. This, I would say, is an A+. Not because of like, oh, this is an effect that I don't know what, I don't know, you destroy everything on your opponent's side of the board, blah, blah, blah. But, like, it has a fail case of you really, I don't know why, but once every, sometimes, you must get a 3-drop on the board, must. And you can always pay 3, right? You're basically no limited game, almost no limited games don't get to 3. But once you get to 5 and 7, it's completely broken. And yeah, just an A+. This is crazy. It's continuous scaling. Scotty.
Yeah, A+. This card is super duper strong. I'm trying to see what other cards we gave. Ghostly Dancers we gave A+. Oh, you gave Overlord of the Mistborns an A+. Yeah, this card is really, really good.
Yeah. Wait, what I gave A+ to? Overlord of the Mistborns?
You gave A+ to Overlord of the Mistborns.
Oh, yeah.
And Ghostly Dancers.
Yeah. This is silly.
Twitching Doll. Twitching Doll is 1 green for a 2/2 artifact creature spider toy. Tap to add 1 mana of any color, put a nest counter on Twitching Doll, and tap to sacrifice Twitching Doll, create a 2/2 spider creature token with reach. For each counter on Twitching Doll, activate only as a sorcery. I don't know why they just give it to you along with the mana at the same time for this one.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
This one's wild. You get to add mana and build towards your spider burst in the same go. What in the world? Like this one is bonkers. The speed is not particularly fast on this. It's not particularly fast, but you add mana 4 times and you get a huge board, huge stabilizing board. Fantastic card. This is a B+ for me.
Oh yes, we are gonna. Okay. Wait 1 second. I'm gonna answer that later. What you give it? What?
A B+, high B+.
Yeah, high B+. It's. I'm almost to A-. Man, these have reach. So this is. You are gonna be blocking whatever you want to block. I'm on an A- on this one. I'm actually on an A- because like, it's a 2-drop that you play on turn 2, and if they don't remove it, you are kind of winning the game. And I also think that a lot of times, you just sacrifice. If you don't have protection, you sack this when it makes 2 reach creatures, like 2, just 2. You're ramping, so you're ramping, right? You're already winning the tempo, and then a lot of times you can just do that, and that's crazy powerful. I'm on an A-. It's just silly. Are we gonna do any Art of Draft podcast with Ham? Yes. Yes. Ham and I talked, and we've had some crazy shit happening in real life, not some hurdles for both of us, like first me, then him, and la 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 la. So it's been a little bit unfortunate, but we are gonna make an episode after we are done with the early access event, which is this Wednesday. So this Wednesday and this Thursday, we are playing, well, Duskmourn on Arena, and once it's done, Ham and I are gonna meet and record the podcast episode before the set actually releases. What we think about the set and stuff. Are you playing early access events, Cody?
Nope.
Why?
Well, first of all, I'm busy during that week, and second of all, I didn't even sign up.
How are you always busy on this thing? How do you not want, like, how are you not aching to play this? A new set.
I play a lot of Magic.
Okay. So, okay. You're not like, I'm like, I can't, especially when we do the tier list and we talk about the cards. Like I'm like, my body needs it. My body needs it to figure out the new set, to see what's up. Because it's one thing to talk about.
That sounds like, Lola, that sounds like an addiction.
I'm fine with that. Okay, I could survive if I wouldn't play it, right? There has been an early access event. Huh?
Your body, you're having a physiological response to not playing Magic, Lola. I believe that is cause for concern.
Okay, so okay. Listen, there has been a couple of sets ago they changed some shit, and I was not in early access event. I don't know, half a year ago or something, and I was okay. I really wanted to play it then, but I was okay. But if there's a chance I can play it, like on this Wednesday, like I'm gonna kind of not do anything else that I need to do unless it's of utmost importance. Like really, like I don't know, hospital shit and things like that. What do you have to do? Maybe it is like that. Maybe you don't have to share, but would you like to share? I would like to know.
I have utmost important shit to do.
You don't want to say what it is, right?
No, I'm not gonna say.
That's fine. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right. Okay. Is it okay? Is it not too bad?
I'm fine.
You're fine. Okay, good. Okay. Okay.
I'm
okay.
leaving my. I'm not gonna be here physically in my house.
All right. Last time you said the same. I mean, it's I understand. Not everybody's the same. Not everybody's the same. But yeah, it's for me. This is Christmas time, right? Like Christmas is good. Like it brings back memories and shit. And I mean, okay, I'm alone now, but usually you have people, and it's kind of nice, right? It's very nice. But this is new set is better. New set is just like you gotta figure out the new set, how to draft it, what to do, what are the weird things that you can do that actually work. I don't know. Okay, all right. Is it like that?
Well, are you a video game pre-orderer?
No,
Do you pre-order video games?
never done that.
Okay, because you're sounding like a video game pre-orderer.
But it's Magic, a new set. It's like a new card game is coming out. This is like every time it's like a new card game is coming out. I don't know. Maybe. Does anybody feel like that? Like it's not crazy, right? It's
No,
not.
you're not crazy. There's a lot of addicts out there.
I don't think it's addiction. It's not crazy, right? Tell me, like, I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna cry if I cannot play in 2 days, in 3 days. I'm gonna watch other people play, and that's gonna be fun for me, like I did like 6 months ago or something. Or pre-release. I'm gonna go to pre-release. If I cannot, I'm gonna go there to feel it. I'm gonna go to pre-release to feel it a little bit. Last time I really couldn't. I had something that I had to do. I promised something to people, so I had something else. But I had like 30 minutes to go to pre-release for this set, and I went. Not for BLB, for the previous set. What was previous? Modern Horizons. And I went there, and I asked like somebody, one of the guys that I know there, like, could I play one game instead of you? Because I have time for one game. And I'm gonna help you make the deck. And we did that. And we asked the opponent, like, can I play just one game, then I'm out? And I played that one game. And it was just to experience it, like it's a new set. And then I went away and I did the things that I had to do that I promised people to do. Just one little game real quick. I mean, is this crazy? Like it's... Go, Scotty, let's read the next card.
Enduring Vitality, 1 green, 3 mana for a 3/3. Enchantment creature Elk Glimmer. Vigilance, creatures you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color. When Enduring Vitality dies, if it was a creature returned to the battlefield under its owner's control, it's an enchantment. I think this is the weakest one by a good amount, right? It's difficult to cast. Vigilance 3/3, whatever. Creatures produce mana. I suppose it's a lot easier to double spell with the creatures you already have. I mean, this can help you fix, but this is nothing special to me. This is nothing special. But you do get a lot of mana. You can turn your outclassed dorks into some mana in the late game if you just want to dump mana into things, and that'll be nice. I think this is a C+.
Yeah, this is great. 3/3 allows double spelling. It's fine stats, but it's a little bit fucked to cast, right? 1 and double green. I'm on a C+, yeah. And it's double glimmer. That's kind of cool. But it also doesn't help Delirium. That kind of sucks. It's more green fixing and stuff that green already has. But why not? Why not like play everything out? You're probably going to play a lot of cards during green decks with this fixing and shit. Good card. Next up, I think here we have people that agree with me and some people that just like trying to fuck with me. I think it's like fuck with me. I don't think people really think it's bad. Yeah, Huntwood's Shrieker. For 1 and double green, it's a 3/3. And whenever it attacks, you manifest Dread. For 1 and a green, reveal target face down permanent. If it's a creature card, you may turn it face up. Oh. What the fuck? 3/3 that like manifests Dread all the time and you can flip things? Oh man. If I get this thing on a pre-release, I'm just for fucking with them. What I'm gonna do is like they block and I'm gonna be like slowly, real slowly. They block my 2/2 and I'm gonna be pay 2 mana and I'm gonna look at them in the eyes like pay 2 mana and I'm gonna like, what do you think this is, bitch? and it's gonna be like a land or an instant card. But they're gonna shit a little bit before that. So hopefully I get this card. And it's amazing. It's a B plus at least. Like just because it's a little bit harder to get through, but it's at least a B plus. It's crazy.
Yeah, this is interesting. So it does need a little bit of assistance to keep on attacking. But to be honest, I'm actually totally fine just attacking and trading off once. You're on a B plus, right? I'm also on a B plus. But this can certainly get wild with any amount of assistance.
Yeah, without assistance, it's nice. It's real nice. It's also like they can't. Like they gotta with the detach, right? Just attack with the beetle with the detach. That's enough. Like okay, you're manifesting dread once. That's amazing. Omnivorous flight trap. Okay, you can read, Scotty. Sorry.
No. I mean, Omnivorous fly trap. 2 in the green. I've never seen this card, huh? I missed this one. 2/4 creature plant. Delirium. Whenever omnivorous fly trap. When it enters or attacks, if you have Delirium, distribute 2 +1/+1 counters among 1 or 2 target creatures. Then, if there are 6 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, double the number of +1/+1 counters on those creatures. Oh, this card is vanilla without Delirium. This card is a 3 mana 2/4 without Delirium.
Yeah.
Luckily, I don't think Delirium is like that hard to hit, and it kind of starts popping off. So it can put on itself, right? Let's double check that. Yes. So you can put 2 counters on itself, so it can attack as a 4/6, which is good. 6 card types I don't think is impossible. Difficult, but not impossible in the set. There are 6 pretty major card types that you can get. Instant, sorcery, land, creature, artifact, enchantment, right? 6.
Yeah.
Then those are
Kaito.
all fairly common in the set. Yeah, Kaito. But yeah, that's totally reasonable. And this just pops off and can keep on attacking.
I mean, this can on the first
game, it just pops in as a huge creature.
On the first
Very
attack,
nice.
this can be 6/8 on the first attack.
Yeah. So this is really hard to block, and you can just keep on just distributing your whole board. This card is crazy. This is a B plus for me.
That's crazy. Yeah, B plus just because it needs Delirium, but if you get Delirium, it's a bomb, I think. Oh, I got one question, real quick. We're gonna continue. Is something an addiction if you feel really good when you do it, but you don't feel really bad when you don't? Like it's okay. Huh?
That sounds healthy.
Think about it. Like if you don't feel really bad. I said you don't. That's what I said, Scotty. You don't.
Then I was being sincere. I said that sounds healthy. What's wrong with my words?
Well, I mean, I can see words. Words are things that are coming from your mouth, but words are also things that are coming from your face.
That sounds healthy to me. I'm not judging you whatsoever.
Okay. We can go to the next one. Tyver the Pummeler. So everybody's okay. We're good. 1 and double green is a 3/3. It's an elf warrior. Tap another untapped creature you control. Tyver the Pummeler gains indestructible until end of turn. Tap it. Whoa! For 3 and double green, creatures you control get +X until end of turn, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Wait the hell? What
is going on here?
You just tap a creature and this is indestructible?
Why is it so cheap to protect?
Yeah, this is nothing. I mean, also you have survival, right? So you kind of just tap those whenever. What? And then 5 mana that you can use multiple times, I guess. Every creature is huge? Like every creature is at least +3/+3. I mean, this is an A+, man. I don't give a fuck that this can be exiled. This is an A+. This is crazy. 3-drop.
Yeah, I'm okay with A+. It's just, I don't know how you deal with this. I hate this card.
Oh my god, this is... I don't like... If you have 2 tapped creatures... 2 untapped creatures, I mean... Okay, very good. Scotty?
Yeah, unprint this. I'll be even more mad if it doesn't make it into constructed. That's the worst, you know? That's the worst.
Yeah, it better fucking make it to constructed with those cards.
Someone better have fun with this card. It's not gonna be us. Head Shredder, 2 green for an artifact vehicle. It's a 5/5. Whenever Head Shredder attacks, you may mill 2 cards. Whenever 1 or more land cards are put into your graveyard from your library, put them onto the battlefield tapped. Crew 1. Yeah, so this is, notably speaking, doesn't have reach for some reason. I'm definitely going to get thrown by that. It's a spider. But it's a 4/5/5 Crew 1 vehicle for 4. Pretty good. And you can just put lands into that you mill into play, straight into play.
Yeah.
That's a good amount of value. Solid all around. Solid, good all around. Helps Delirium, is an artifact itself. Lovely, lovely vehicle. Enables survivors. Actually, that's like a huge we talked about this briefly, right? That's like a huge thing you just can't sleep on. That's real benefit. Just being a vehicle is a huge benefit.
Yeah.
In this
Sometimes.
set. Huge.
For uncommons.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be. It's a great card. Gonna ramp and shit, yeah, it's pretty good. Gotta attack though. It is very good. Works very well like with any mill or with any dread, manifest dread, yeah. Kona Rescue Beastie, for 3 and a green it's a 4/3. It has survival. You may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. Okay, that's shit. That is shit. This card is crap. I'm on a D. This is like 4/3 for 4 mana, that's about it. What a crap shit. The fact it looked very strong, like, yeah, okay.
Leyline of Mutation, 2 green, 4 mana total for an enchantment. If Leyline of Mutation is in your opening hand, you may begin the game with it on the battlefield. You may pay Wooburg rather than pay the mana cost for spells you cast. F,
bye.
I think all the ley lines are Fs, right?
Yeah. Balustrade Worm, for 3 and double green, it's a 5/5, cannot be countered, it has trample and haste. Okay, that's kind of great already. It's good, right? But Delirium, 2 and double green, return Balustrade Worm from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Activate only if you have Delirium. Okay, fuck yeah, man. Wow. No counters, so it's fine. 5/5 trample haste is good. And you get to get it again. Not tapped. Not at sorcery and only as sorcery. Okay, only as sorcery. Alright, that's kind of nice. B+.
B+. What a beating.
Oh.
Is this the last card?
Mm-hmm.
No, 2 cards.
No.
2 cards left.
One more.
Oh. Overlord of the Hauntwoods, 3 green for a 6/5 Avatar Horror Enchantment creature. Impending 4 for 1 green. When Overlord of the Hauntwoods enters or attacks, create a tapped colorless land token named everywhere. That is every basic land type. This is okay. This is alright. I mean, I like this card a decent amount. It's relatively large, but you can still trade off with it, and you get, what, like 2 lands? I think this is like a B- for me. Wait, is that the lowest grade I've given one of these?
Yeah, I think. Maybe the blue one?
Like, I don't really love the idea of ramping for green specifically. 1 green is kind of painful. But I do think this is better than I think this is significantly better than the moldy gym. So this is a B- for me.
I think it's better than that. I mean, paying 3 mana to ramp, sure is double green, but paying 3 mana to ramp and fix, and then at one point you're gonna get a 6/5, right? That's gonna ramp and fix for more. I like it quite a lot. Every basic land type, and I think Green Soup is gonna have a lot of card draw. A lot of card draw. Blue, green. Blue, green is gonna be great, I think. I think blue, green is really gonna need that 6 mana guy. That 6 mana 4/4 flyer that you can get back your things. So okay, I think it's good. I think it's a B. I think this is a B. Because playing it on turn 3 can be really nice. Sure, you get it a little bit slower, but it's not nothing. It's not nothing. Like, you don't have a turn 3. You don't have a turn 3 play. You play this. Or if you have other good 5 drops and shit to ramp into, you just play this and go. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Very good. But not broken like other overlords. Most other overlords.
It's a solid B for you, right?
Yeah, solid B.
Okay, thanks.
Walk-in closet. For 2 and a green, you may play lands from your graveyard. Alright. For 5 mana, when you unlock this door, you may cast spells from your graveyard this turn, and if a card would be put into your graveyard from anywhere this turn, exile it instead. Okay, this is something that I've asked on my stream. I read through a couple of cards and read through this one. How do you play fucking cards from your graveyard when you unlock that door? Like, how do you do that? Like, you paid 5 mana already.
You tap lands to add mana, and then you cast the cards.
Yeah, somebody said that already, but you paid 5 mana already. Like, what can you do? What is that? Like, you're gonna play 1 card? Right? Huh? Scotty? Like what? You're gonna play 1 card, right?
Or, yeah, like 1 card.
Is that an F? Is this just an F?
I gave it an F.
I really wanted this to be good. Like, I love this effect. You may play lands from your graveyard, but it's always garbage. It is never good, this kind of effect, so it's still not good. Well, what can you do? An F. Don't play this. Even though sometimes maybe I'm gonna just... Green has so many ways to get in the lands. You don't want a 3 mana thing that gets you the lands, but it's not that easy to get. Nah, fuck this card, man.
This is never making your deck, yeah.
It's never making your deck, especially in green. This card is not for anybody who wants to win, but I mean, I think I'm gonna maybe put it once in the deck. Gonna be kind of cool.